And one of the values I find in working on plein air, which means outdoors, is that, of course, there is the beauty visually that you're looking at, but there's the sense of space, there's the peace, there's the quiet, there's the wind. There's so many elements that you get involved in that at a certain point you sort of forget yourself, and then you just move around by looking at the colors and the patterns and the rhythms, the lights and the darks. Without any specific one kind of idea that you're trying to communicate. I'm more interested in a whole series of impressions that occur in such a way that it makes this painting totally unique, because it's not thought out before. And it's in response to something that I'm looking at. And by being in the atmosphere of it, I become much more able to really sense it, feel it. See, in this case, it's not the paint in the sense of matter that is forming a shape. It's really just a transparency of one color over another, and that together eventually emerge as something, as opposed to painting the thing itself. You introduce the feeling of the way the yellow works. See? It's glowing. And you can't get glow out of opacity. You got to get glow out of translucency, so that but always what you really see is how inadequate you are compared to this. Yeah, it really, every time you look up you go, oh, but you look down, and so the whole picture to me really is based on a continuous effort to maintain a relationship with the subject and be in a state of responsiveness to the various things as it suggests to you. It permits the actual experience of ideas that I feel about how things are seen and how colors work. So part of the effort is always trying to remain sort of fluid and open instead of pursuing a specific idea, yet respecting the way the color works. You see, yellow works a certain way. So whenever I see yellow, I observe how it is working in the same spirit of yellow, right, as opposed to trying to paint grass and bushes and rocks. It's really trying to paint the way the color, look at it now, see, look at it, with a cloud going across.
Yeah.
What's that, you see?
Mm-hmm. That color. Okay.
And now, as a consequence, look at how purple, the purples on the hillside have become, you see?
It's true.
Before you didn't see them. And so it keeps on going like that, all the time. And by painting in response, you get a multitude of changes in the picture itself, not just like a fixed moment. What are you doing over there so intently? And you can also go on the porch if you want to get out of the sun.
Well, what would you do if it started to rain right now?
I would just take those two corners off and move the painting in. Yeah, it's just held up by that. The rest of it, all this work is to keep the... Yeah. But the wind here, it tornadoes. One time it's pushing this and then it turns around and hits it from the back.
Yeah.
It's like you got to do some engineering to work outdoors, you know? It's not tough enough.
Should bring a mechanical engineer.
The exciting part of the process,
Well,
the setup.
It's indispensable, and if you don't do it right, you cannot work, because you can't walk away. So you have to get it all properly done, and it can't be done except at the moment in response to the circumstance, because you don't know how it's going to be from one day to the next and one place to the next. So we can wander around a little bit. My father has a home up here.
Oh.
And one of my paintings that is decorating his home is painted of a bunch of sheep in moonlight under a big tree, like one of these, you know? And so it's all very eerie, you know? No solid substance. And when at sunset the light comes into the room and it hits the painting, whenever we're there, that's one of the things we look at, to watch how when the colors of that light change, it touches it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.